everybody, welcome to Wild Boy Movies, the place to talk movies, and we move on to day 3 of CinemaCon 2025, where Universal had their panel showcasing their upcoming movies. Not only am I going to be breaking down all the Universal announcements that was made at that panel, I'm also going to be taking a look at the early reactions for the live-action How to Train Your Dragon, because yes, CinemaCon did have an early screening for that new How to Train Your Dragon movie that'll be coming out in June, so be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below your thoughts on the Universal panel. And if you haven't already, be sure to check out the videos that I made for both Sony Pictures and Warner Brothers for this year's CinemaCon. I worked very hard on those videos and would appreciate it if you watch those, but without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so before even Universal had their presentation today, they went ahead and had a separate panel for the live-action How to Train Your Dragon movie, which was in fact the world premiere of the new live-action movie. People at CinemaCon were able to see some of the costumes and models of the live-action dragons, which does look pretty awesome and sweet. And once the movie was over, attendees were able to share their thoughts online, spoiler-free, and it is looking pretty positive. I'm seeing a lot of people who saw the movie at CinemaCon praise the new How to Train Your Dragon movie. And the fact that DreamWorks and Universal had so much faith in this movie that they showed the entire thing to attendees at CinemaCon lets me know that DreamWorks believes that this film is really good and that general audiences will really enjoy the film. Now, for me, I haven't really been excited for this movie because the How to Train Your Dragon franchise is just a franchise I just can't really get into. But I am gonna go into this movie open-minded because there have been movies that didn't really look good from the trailers, and I ended up really liking those movies, and the same could be true for the new How to Train Your Dragon movie, but my expectations are kind of low just because I'm not really that big of a fan of the franchise. But alright, now kicking off the actual Universal panel, they went ahead and started it off with a live orchestral performance of some iconic music. From there, Universal decided to move on to talk about their first movie up in their slate, Jurassic World Rebirth. Gareth Edwards, the director of the new film, says that Jurassic World Rebirth is the most realistic out of the entire Jurassic series. Scarlett Johansson also revealed that the main goal for Jurassic World Rebirth is to bring the scares back to the franchise, and then Universal went ahead and showed some new footage of the movie to attendees, where it was basically a scene from the original Jurassic Park book that didn't get made into the first movie. Now, honestly, I'm quite looking forward to Jurassic World Rebirth. I haven't seen Dominion yet, but from what I've seen from the trailers, this definitely looks like a blast of a summer blockbuster. Once that was done, Universal went ahead and moved on to talk about some of their DreamWorks movies, and they started off by highlighting the success of Kung Fu Panda 4 and The Wild Robot at the box office. But the first movie DreamWorks went ahead and talked about was Gabby's Dollhouse, the movie. They went ahead and revealed some of the cast members of the movie and showed some first footage of the movie, and honestly, I don't even care about Gabby's Dollhouse, the movie. Even though I'm a fan of MLP, I just don't have an interest in this movie. Next DreamWorks movie that was talked about was The Bad Guys 2, where Universal and DreamWorks showed a brand new trailer for the movie to attendees. And the footage was of the villains of the movie, the bad girls, stealing a rocket ship and the bad guys trying to sabotage their plan. Now, I really quite enjoyed that first Bad Guys movie from 2022, and I thought the trailer and the premise for The Bad Guys 2 looks pretty good, and I am a fan of the latest few DreamWorks movies like Wild Robot and Dogman, so I'm hoping that this movie can be just as good as that first Bad Guys movie. They then decided to move on to the live-action How to Train Your Dragon, which I'm honestly gonna skip over since they already showed the movie to those attendees. Actually, scratch that. They just announced a live-action How to Train Your Dragon sequel is coming on June 11th, 2027, so 1 week after Beyond the Spider-Verse. And here is the official logo for the How to Train Your Dragon live-action sequel. After that, Universal moved on to talk about Monkey Paul's new movie, Him. Now this movie is being produced by Jordan Peele. He's not going to be directing the film, and Marlon Wayans is going to be the main lead of the movie. All we really have for this movie was a poster that was recently released, but they did showcase the first footage of the movie to attendees. And the trailer reveals that the film will be about a college quarterback getting his chance to train with his idol, but things go very sinister. They then went ahead and moved on to talking about Nobody 2. Now, earlier today, before this panel, they went ahead and released the first poster for the movie, and now they went ahead and showcased the first trailer of the film to attendees. And the trailer reveals that Bob Odenkirk's character of Hutch will be going on a mission while on vacation. Now, I haven't seen the first Nobody movie. It's one I actually do want to watch, so without a doubt, I definitely will go ahead and watch the second Nobody movie. Then it was time for Focus Features to talk about some of the upcoming movies. Now, I'm not going to spend too much time on these upcoming Focus Features films. In fact, I'm just going to skip over Focus Features entirely. So after that, they went ahead and shifted focus to Blumhouse Productions, where they started with probably everyone's most anticipated title of the night, Five Nights at Freddy's 2. They kicked it off with Jason Blum going up on stage dressed as Freddy Fazbear, which is just funny. Now, before I get into the updates regarding what Jason Blum talked about with FNAF 2, just note that we were promised something for Five Nights at Freddy's 2 exactly 1 week ago with this video that is up on screen right now. So now getting into it, Jason Blum confirmed that FNAF 2 will release exclusively to theaters this December, so it won't be going to Peacock simultaneously. And then they went ahead and released the first teaser trailer for the second FNAF movie. I went ahead and made a trailer reaction, so go ahead and check that out after this video. But basically it did its job and got me very much excited to see what is going to be going down in this second FNAF movie. I'm really liking the toy animatronics that we'll be seeing in this movie, and I'm so happy that they're leaning more towards the horror genre, because the last movie, the animatronics didn't feel terrifying, but here, these toy animatronics are menacing and won't hold back. After FNAF, Jason Blum went ahead and talked about The Black Phone 2, where they went ahead and showed the first trailer for the movie to attendees, and it's basically gonna be a movie set in a winter camp with a phone conversation happening in a telephone box. I did really enjoy that first Black Phone movie, and I'm very curious to see how they're even gonna pull off the second Black Phone movie given how the first film ended, but I'm gonna be looking forward to this movie, not only because I like the first one, but because it's directed by Scott Derrickson, and I think he's an amazing director. They then moved on to talk about Megan 2.0, where they went ahead and showcased the first full trailer for the movie, and it basically confirmed some rumors we've heard about the plot with Megan turning into a good guy, and I'm curious to see how that is gonna play out in the actual movie. And then they went ahead and showcased the first trailer for the Megan spinoff, Soulmate. And finally, they ended off the night by showing off the first teaser trailer for Wicked for Good, where it seems that in this new Wicked movie, Elphaba is going to be holding some sort of like protest or some campaign to expose the wizard. Now, this is a movie that I probably would not be interested in, but I was pleasantly surprised with that first Wicked movie. I quite enjoyed that movie, so now I'm definitely looking forward to see where this story ends up ending for both the characters of Elphaba and Glenda. And that was pretty much it for the Universal panel. Not gonna lie, might be the best panel of the entire 2025 CinemaCon. But that was not only everything that Universal revealed at their CinemaCon panel, but also the early reactions for the live-action How to Train Your Dragon movie. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below your favorite announcement at Universal CinemaCon panel. And be sure to go ahead and check out the other CinemaCon videos that I made for Sony and Warner Brothers. They should be up on screen in a CinemaCon playlist. And be sure to keep an eye out for the videos of recapping the Paramount and Disney panels. But until then, have a great day.